Hi, this is Helena, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that high value women never do in dating and relationships. I've been getting so many requests for a video on this topic, and I'm so happy to be sharing this with you today because not only do these 5 things really kill a man's attraction to you, they also just don't feel good to you. So hopefully, I can help you start turning some of these patterns around in this video. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to have the relationship you've always wanted. So, the first thing that high value women never do in dating and relationships is trying to do something solely for the effect it will have on a man. And this one's really subtle and it's kind of advanced, but it's so important. So, I thought I'd start with this one. I keep hearing from women in the comment sections of some of my other videos here on YouTube who say things like, he took 3 days to text me back, so should I ignore him for 3 days now? Or he flirted with another woman or looked at another woman when we were out in public and that made me feel jealous. Should I try to make him jealous now with one of my male friends? Or just this constant trying to get back at a man or teach him a lesson or tell him how it should be. It can feel like you're going into mothering or teachering mode, almost like trying to tell or show a man what a good partner would do. And you just want to stay out of that territory because high value women have no problem just straightforward or in a really straightforward way expressing their needs and boundaries and desires because they trust that the right man is going to be mature and listen to them and not only want to hear their feelings, they're going to take her feelings and needs and boundaries into account when they're going about their day and making decisions and planning for the two of them. So it's really important just to make direct requests and not make a man wrong or like give him a taste of his own medicine or try to teach him a lesson because those things are very tactical and strategic. They just don't give you those permanent results that I know you're looking for. A man might straighten up for a little while, but if you're just doing these kind of superficial manipulation techniques on him, eventually he's just going to slip right back into his default mode, whatever he was comfortable doing before. Have you ever experienced that? I know I certainly have. So let me know your thoughts and experiences with these down below in the comment section. So the second thing that high value women never do is chasing a man who's not pursuing her. And this one's a little more obvious. If you've seen some of my other videos here on YouTube, you know I talk so much about knowing your value, staying in your feminine energy, and allowing a man to pursue you, not putting a man on a pedestal and chasing him and trying to show him or convince him of how great the two of you would be together, right? So very important. If you have any questions about this one, let me know and I'll include links to other videos I've done on how to stop chasing a man who's not contacting you or not showing up consistently for you. The third thing that high value women never do is tolerate bad behavior or anything that doesn't feel good to her. So if a man is not treating you well and showing up consistently and being reliable and dependable, the last thing you want to do is just tolerate that and maybe complain about it a little bit, but really the man knows you're not going anywhere, right? And nothing kills a man's attraction to you faster than you tolerating bad treatment or anything where you've clearly expressed that that doesn't feel good. So that brings me to the fourth thing that high value women never do, and that is not following up their boundaries with action. This one's a little more subtle, but I see it so often. So let me know if this sounds familiar to you. What I see a lot of women doing is stating a boundary, and then rather than following it up with action by, not continuing to engage with a man on that level, they just keep bringing it up and having endless conversations about it, right? So what men respond to is your behavior and often your distance, not the words you're using. It's your energy and your vibe that a man's picking up on. So if he's doing something that doesn't feel good, maybe he's being inconsistent or hot and cold, or he's flirting with other women, whatever it is here, and you've stated your boundary, what you want to do is follow that up with action. So for example, if let's say you're online dating and a man has been messaging you for a long time and you let him know that you're feeling a little burnt out on texting and a phone call would feel really good sometime, and he ignores that and just continues to text you, once you've stated that boundary, you could maybe state it one more time if that feels appropriate, but just don't keep texting him. You've let him know what it is you'd prefer, And in order for him to continue engaging with you, he needs to rise up to that level. And if he doesn't, that's okay. He's just showing you that he's a time waster and he's not someone who's ever going to step up or take your feelings and needs into account. So that's kind of a basic example. You could plug in your own unique situation here. And again, I love to hear from you. It's so important to follow up your boundaries with action. And I've really found with the right man, you don't need to constantly state boundaries over and over because they tend to just act right from the beginning, and they're gentlemen and they show up and they're dependable and reliable and they're just really good guys. So if you find yourself constantly having to have these endless conversations with a man about something that doesn't feel good, maybe he's flirting with other women online or something like that, it's just a big clue that he's probably not the right man for you. So it's just something to pay attention to rather than continuing to engage with a man on this kind of low value level. And that brings me to the last thing high value women never do, and that is waiting for a man endlessly. And I get this question a lot too, how long should I wait for a man? How long should I lean back? And there's just an error in thinking. I don't really think you should ever wait for a man. I think that your mentality should be, I'm moving forward with my life. I'm going to have an amazing life with or without this one particular man. And if he's interested, he knows what to do. He's going to jump on that path with me and take me, to happily ever after together. If you're in the later stages of the relationship, especially. So you don't want to be waiting for a man to make a decision about you or cut off his other romantic options or commit to you. Just this energy of waiting for a man. There's no way on earth that's ever going to feel good to you. I know because I've been there myself. I could still be waiting for men from my past. And I'm so glad that I didn't do that because I wouldn't be in this amazing relationship, engaged to the most amazing, perfect partner for me. So that's my hope for you too. So let me recap these 5 things. I'm just reading off my notes. Are you guys still liking these unedited videos? I've been having so much fun making them for you. Number 1 is doing something for the effect it will have on the man, trying to teach him a lesson or get back at him constantly. Number 2 is chasing a man who isn't pursuing you. Number 3 is tolerating bad behavior or anything that doesn't feel good to you. Number 4 is not following up your boundaries with action and, standing up for yourself with your behavior, not just your words. And number 5, waiting for a man endlessly and not being willing to walk away if something isn't feeling right to you consistently. So that's what I have for today. I just wanted to make a video on this topic to sort of introduce some of these concepts. If you have any questions about any of these or anything else, let me know down below in the comment section. And if you're looking to attract the man you want and inspire his love, devotion, and commitment, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training, totally free, on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description of this video. Also, check out my new podcast over on VoiceWeb. I'm so excited about this. It's totally free. It will always be free for you. There's no ads, there's no selling. It's just me and a couple other creators who are working on this, just kind of inspiring you with our thoughts. It's so much fun. And right now it's still by invite only, but you can use my invite code 5566. So I'll include a link to download it in the App Store on your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, it doesn't matter. And download VoiceWeb, use my invite code 5566, and check out my podcast on how to, radiate self-love and get in touch with your own value and your own desires so you attract a man who wants to meet you there. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with you over there. And of course, let me know your thoughts and experiences with this video down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you, and I will see you next time.